This is Iran, the most dangerous country in the world. America call it the biggest sponsor of terrorism in the world. And just a few days ago, Iran attacks Israel with 180 ballistic missiles. Iran and Israel seem to be in mood for a full-blown war today. तो इंडिया किस साइड पर है? इंडिया ने कई बार इजराइल को अपना दोस्त कहा है, बट स्टिल our navy is doing drills with Iran. But why? Why are we friends with both Israel and Iran? चलिए आज की वीडियो में समझते हैं। अगर आपको आज का टॉपिक पसंद आए तो प्लीज लाइक बटन को जरूर दबाएं, so that in the future we can bring such topics to you on a bigger level. Why is Iran dangerous? Okay, before I tell you the numbers, let me show you a video. In this video, you can see that one ballistic missiles of Iran landed in Israel and see how big a crater that one missile made. Of course, Israel has an Iran dome, but despite having a iron dome and America supports, Israel could not be completely stop Iran's missile. ये खतरनाक है। ईरान खतरनाक क्यों है? इसके तीन वजह है। 1. Iran's military power. Iran has the most powerful army in the Middle East. 580,000 active and 2 lakhs reserved. In the 1980, when Iran and Iraq were at war, many countries in the world refused to sell weapons to Iran. As a result, Iran has developed its own domestic weapon industry, which is not dependent on any foreign player. Iran's supreme leader Khomeini had decided that he would never depend on any foreign power for weapons. This time, he attacked Israel with ballistic missiles, from which you can guess their technology. Iran has ballistic missiles with a range of 2,000 kilometers, and with these missiles, they can hit any target in the Middle East. Iran has drones that can fly very low and can escape from the radar. Today, Russia imports these drones and also use them in the fight against Ukraine. Today, they make their own submarines and also import submarines from North Korea. Why is Iran dangerous? Because Iran has support. ईरान और इजराइल के बीच के कॉन्फ्लिक्ट के बाद इराक की मिलिट्री ने सपोर्ट दिखाया और कहा अगर वार होता है तो मिडिल ईस्ट से एक भी बूंद तेल बाहर नहीं जाएगा। अगर रसिया और मिडिल ईस्ट का तेल ना हो तो यूरोप अपनी तेल की जरूरत कैसे पूरी करेगा? ईरान खतरनाक इसलिए है क्योंकि उसके पास एक नेटवर्क है जो एक्सिस ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस के नाम से जाना जाता है। There are many groups in the Middle East which Iran indirectly provides weapons and monies to. Iran and Israel have had a Cold War for many years, and this Cold War is not fought by Iran itself. It is fought through many proxies. One of these proxies is Hamas. Lebanon's Hezbollah is also a part of it, and Yemen's Houthis too. Similarly, there are many militant groups in Syria and Iraq. They are called Iran's proxy network or axis of resistance. After Israel's relentless attack on Gaza, this proxy network has come together. They did not have conflict with Israel before, but they were fighting their own fight. Now, their goal have become one, to destroy Israel. On 26 September, Iran foreign minister said in United Nations that if Israel goes to war with Lebanon, then Iran will not sit quiet. And that's why Kamala Harris believes that Iran is the destabilized force in the Middle East. What have we learned so far? ईरान हैज़ टू ओन इंडिविजुअल मिलिट्री कैपेबिलिटी। ईरान को दूसरे मिडिल ईस्ट के देशों का सपोर्ट है और इनका अपना एक स्ट्रॉन्ग नेटवर्क है। पिछले एक साल से इजराइल अपना फोकस हमास पर रखा हुआ है, लेकिन अगर ये सारे प्रॉक्सीज एक साथ आ गए तो इजराइल के लिए बड़ी समस्या खड़ी हो सकती है और फिर अमेरिका भी इजराइल को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए इस युद्ध में शामिल होगा। हमने पहले भी देखा है कि जो अमेरिका मिडिल ईस्ट के किसी कॉन्फ्लिक्ट में एंटर करता है तो उसका क्या अंजाम होता है। Why are all these things important for India? Because now the whole world is divided into two groups. Now it has happened that Israel has said that we will respond whenever and however. That means Israel is not going to sit quiet. When Iran fired missile at Israel, Netanyahu called it Iran's big mistake and said that they will have to pay the price of it. At the same time, America has commended Iran's attack. He said that Israel was able to stop these attacks with the help of America. And for America, Israel's security is very important. On the other side, Iran is not one of the backstabbers. They have threatened that they can attack America's military bases. How America's military bases are spread all over the world, and what is their importance? India's position has always been a neutral position, not because we are always right morally, but because we are dependent on everyone. टू कमोडिटीज आर द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट ड्यूरिंग ए वॉर। तेल और हथियार दोनों हमारे पास नहीं है। आने वाले समय में दुनिया में जो दो ग्रुप्स बनने वाले हैं, हम दोनों पर किसी न किसी तरीके से निर्भर है। इंडिया, ईरान और रसिया ने मिलकर इंटरनेशनल नॉर्थ साउथ कॉरिडोर शुरू किया है, जो ट्रेड्स के लिए वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज को बाईपास करता है और हमें ये सुरक्षा देता है कि अगर कल वेस्ट हमसे अपने संबंध तोड़ दे तो हम अपनी तेल की जरूरत रसिया और ईरान के जरिए पूरी कर सकें। हम 2019 तक ईरान से तेल इंपोर्ट करते थे, लेकिन वेस्टर्न सैंक्शंस की वजह से हमें ये इंपोर्ट्स बंद करना पड़ गया। हाल ही में इंडिया ने ईरान के चाबहार पोर्ट को ऑपरेट करने के लिए एक 10 साल का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन किया है। इस तरह इंडिया, ईरान और अफगानिस्तान के बीच एक इंटरनेशनल ट्रांसपोर्ट एंड ट्रांसिट कॉरिडोर का एग्रीमेंट है, जो हमें बिना पाकिस्तान और चाइना को टच किए सेंट्रल एशिया तक पहुंचा सकता है। चाइना इज डेवलपिंग द ग्वादर पोर्ट इन पाकिस्तान एंड एज ए काउंटर वी नीड द चाबहार पोर्ट। Plus, along with India, this area is very important for the entire Asia for trade purpose, which is called the Persian Gulf. We import 80% of our oil, so it is next to impossible for us to break relations with the Middle East and Russia. Maybe that's why India has docked 3 naval warships like INS Sardun, INS Tyr, ICGS Veera at Iran's port. But we can't even come very close to Iran because then America threatens us with sanctions. Just like we are dependent on the Middle East for oil, for weapon we are dependent on the entire West and Russia. Today, India is the biggest arms importer country in the world. India imports 9.8% out of the total numbers of arms imported in the world. That is, India imports almost 10%. This is not something to be proud. In fact, this is very concerning thing. Why? Because even today, by giving money, we show off in front of other countries that give us the latest weapons so that we can keep our borders safe. For countries like Russia, America and France, it has become very easy to compromise India's security. Because if there is a war and they want us to lose, then they just have to stop exporting us. We have to impose sanctions on us, or we have to make the delivery faulty. For years, America has been running a technology we seem to be changing after a lot of efforts last year. But this is temporary fix because tomorrow America can change its mind again. We told that we need a permanent seat in the United Nations Security Council. But when we import our own security from 4 out of 5 permanent members of the UNCS, then why would anyone take us seriously? And the sad thing is that it is not that we do not have the potential, but we do not have faith in our own domestic capability. Let me explain it with an example. We bought the America-made Striker APC when we had the Kestrel made by DRDO and Tata available. The vehicles that we rejected, Tata sold them to Morocco. That is, Morocco has more faith in our technology than us. We import T-90 tanks from Russia, but our made in India Arjun is not available. In fact, in 2010, our Arjun tank defeated the Russian tank in every area, and that too not in one criteria, but in all the criteria. Our own defense organization also fails sometimes. We buy Hermes 900 drones from Israel instead of our own Tapas medium altitude long endurance drone. India had invested 1.8 billion in this project in the last 13 years. But even after so much investment, this project failed. From the story of Iran, it is important for India to learn that until the Islamic Revolution of 1979, Iran was a friend of America. And Iran used to get fighter jets from America. As soon as the Islamic Revolution happened, the friendship between America and Iran broke. And that is why if any weakness of Iran is considered today, then it is their air force, which still have planes of the 70s. So, we are just one mistake away from being in the bad book of our weapon supplier. So, what can we do? There is something called irritated development. When users show confidence in a product that even if there are problems in the initial stage, they can be considered in the next version. It is possible that our equipment may not be perfect in some areas, but today we are not fighting war. We have time. This is a time for self-reflection for India. It is time to increase our capabilities, not just with sweet talks, but with action. Where our defense export was around 15,000 crores 10 years ago, today it has crossed the number of 10,700 crores. Similarly, we export defense materials to 75 countries, and we have also set an ambition target of defense export of $5 billion, because it is true that we can't make our own oil, but we can strengthen our defense. We can't be dependent on America for technology transfer. We will have to increase our own R&D funding. इस वीडियो का कंक्लूजन ये है कि ईरान इंडिया के लिए खतरनाक नहीं है और इसराइल भी इंडिया के लिए खतरनाक नहीं है, लेकिन इन दोनों में से किसी एक के साथ दोस्ती तोड़ना इंडिया के लिए खतरनाक है। हमें खुद पर निर्भर नहीं होना, ये हमारे लिए सबसे ज्यादा खतरनाक है। आखिर में हमें समझना होगा कि युद्ध के दौरान चाहे हम किसी साइड को ना चुने, लेकिन हमें मजबूरन किसी एक साइड चुनना पड़ता है। जियोपॉलिटिक्स में कोई परमानेंट दोस्त नहीं होता, सिर्फ टेम्पररी इंटरेस्ट होते हैं। और ये एक इम्पोर्टेंट बात है जो मुझे आप तक पहुंचानी जरूरी थी।